welcome back to Singing Tips, everyone. Thank you for following and supporting this series called Classical Singing Lessons for Beginners. As you know, the series is all about building a strong foundational technique in a classical style, which will allow you to safely sing any genre you choose further down the line. This is the final lesson in this series, so it's all about pulling everything together, recapping everything, doing the exercises together, and then bringing it all together to finish the song that we started last time. I take real pride in making tutorials which are really about getting off your butt and actually learning. So while I do talk you through everything, I do expect that you're going to come to the party and actually work hard. So we'll review the key skills and all the basics. So we'll be talking about posture, breathing, resonance, vowel sounds, technical exercises, warm-ups, breath support, all of those basics that we've covered in all of these lessons so far. So this is going to become your daily routine for success. I still do these exercises on a daily basis, and it just keeps me on track. I know that if I've covered the basics every day or every other day, I'm going to be fine. So the first thing is always going to be checking in with your posture, standing tall, checking that there's no tension. And then we are going to just do the breathing exercise where we make sure that the breath is going low into the body. So here we go, breathing in. And out to ha. In. Out to ha. In, out to ha, and if you can't remember what your pelvic floor and your soft palate are supposed to be doing, just refer back to the early videos. It's all about relaxation and support. The next breathing exercise is the rubber gloves one. So breathing into the base of the back now, using your hands. Here we go, in. And out to ha. Directing the breath in. Out to ha. One more, in. And out. The next step after the breathing is to start focusing on your resonance and working out how to achieve some resonance before you start with your song. So we'll always start with some humming, so just the usual 5 notes. Last one. And we'll follow that up with some rolled R's. If you can't do rolled R's, you can do V sounds. So go back to the video on those semi-occluded vocal tract exercises if you're not sure. I'll alternate between rolled R's and V's to keep everybody happy. Here we go. Last one. And next we'll do some sirens. So starting with the teeny tiny one. Ooh. Next one, you're going to go up 2/3 of your range, starting low. Ooh. Now the full siren into the wow space. Ooh. And the 3 peaks. Ooh. And next we'll do the chewing gum sirens. And now we'll go into some vowel work. So the first one, va 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 va. Join in. Va 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 va. Va 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 va. Va 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 va. Va 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 va. Va 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 va. Va 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 va. Va 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 va. 3 or 2? This is another vowel exercise. Are there 3 or 2? 2 or 3 there are. Are there 3 or 2? 2 or 3 there are. Are there 3 or 2? 2 or 3 there are. Are there 3 or 2? 2 or 3 there are. Are there 3 or 2? 2 or 3 there are. Are there 3 or 2? 2 or 3 there are. Are there 3 or 2? 2 or 3 there are. Are there 3 or 2? 2 or 3 there are. Are there 3 or 2? 2 or 3 there are. Last one. Are there 3 or 2? 2 or 3 there are. And finally, something for flexibility. So we'll go quite quickly. This is 1, 2, 1, 3. Join in. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7, 1, 8, 8, 7, 8, 6, 8, 5, 8, 4, 8, 3, 8, 2, 8, 1. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7, 1, 8, 8, 7, 8, 6, 8, 5, 8, 4, 8, 3, 8, 2, 8, 1. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7, 1, 8, 8, 7, 8, 6, 8, 5, 8, 4, 8, 3, 8, 2, 8, 1. Last one. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7, 1, 8, 8, 7, 8, 6, 8, 5, 8, 4, 8, 3, 8, 2, 8, 1. Last time we started learning Where is Love from Oliver, so today we'll bring all those fundamentals back into play as we finish this song. So we are going from bar 20, 18, 19, 20, 21, where the repeat section begins. So this is Who Can Say Where She May Hide? So this section, the same tune repeats, and it's all similar to the beginning of the song in that it's based around scales. Who can say where she may hide? So just practice to the vowels. Ooh, ah, eh, eh, to get that smooth vowel transition. Let's do that together, just the printed vowels. Ooh, ah, eh, eh. Then we'll put the words in. So you need a good h sound with engagement from your diaphragm. Who can say where she may hide? D, d, pitched at the end, and a good h on hide as well. Next phrase. Must I travel far and wide? Same thing with the d at the end. The actual vowels, now just singing it to the vowels. I. With me again. I. So you're getting a really nice flow of air that's consistent and transitioning between the vowels effortlessly, stretching each one out as long as you can. And then putting the consonants in, remember big consonants. Must I travel far and wide? Pitching the d. Till I am beside the someone who. So again, just practicing to the vowels. And then putting the consonants in. Till I am beside the someone who. Now, you probably will need a breath there. In my PDF, it's marked with a dotted line, which is indicating that you should have the feeling of going through as one phrase because there's no punctuation, but without making the breath really, really obvious. So you'll need a breath. Till I am beside someone who I can mean something to. And then you can go through I can mean something to in one breath as well. So breathe after till I am beside the someone who, but don't make it obvious. I can mean something to, going through in one. Let's just do that little chunk together. Till I am beside the someone who I can mean something to. And again, you just need to think about always your important words. So we didn't talk about that in the very first phrase. Who can say where she may hide? So who can say where she may hide? Or it could be hide. Who can say where she may hide? Must I travel far and wide? So must would be an important word. Till I am beside the someone who I can mean something to. And then we finish with where, breath, where is love? So the important words, just lean into them and they'll shape the phrase for you. And then this section here, the where, this is why you did all those moving vowel exercises, because that's exactly what this is. So keeping the vowel the same, not changing your mouth shape, finding the space that you need for the highest note before you actually start singing. So soft palate up, and then you don't need to try and adjust anything. And then where is love? So I always cut the first love off on beat 3 so that you can use beat 4 to take a breath. And then we go into the repeat section, which is every night I kneel and pray. So it's the same tune as we've just done, new words. And this is the very end of the song now. This is the very last section. Every night I kneel and pray. So every night I kneel and pray. So I need to hear the t on the end of night, the d on the end of and just make sure that your onset is nice and smooth on every night. It's low in the voice. It's quite hard sometimes not to do a every night. Just practice putting a tiny little H in front of it. Every night, and that will get your airflow working, and then your voice will just sit on that flowing air, and then gradually you can remove the h sound so that you're just left with a nice smooth onset on the E of every. Here we go again with me. Every night I kneel and pray. Again, you've got a diphthong there, pray, so it's E. Bring the second part of the diphthong in really, really late. One more time. Every night I kneel and pray. Let tomorrow be the day. Same thing with the day as pray. Let tomorrow, 2 T's that we need to hear. You can't really sing let tomorrow. It just makes it a little bit too incomprehensible for an audience, especially if they don't know the song. Let tomorrow be the day. One more time with me. Let tomorrow be the day. Let tomorrow be the day is probably going to be our important word. Last time. Let tomorrow be the day. Carrying on. When I see the face of someone who I can mean something to. Big breath. Where is love? So the last love is 8 beats in total, which means that you have to pitch the V on the very next beat of what would be the next bar. And that is everything learnt in this beautiful little song, Where is Love, from Oliver. Lots of scales, lots of sustained passages, lots of phrases that need a long breath, lots of vowel work. English is a very difficult language to sing in, so practicing to the vowels is always a really useful exercise. And then really going through the text with a fine-tooth comb and picking out those important words and making sure that your phrases are always shaped towards the important word. So we've got to the end. Now we're going to sing the whole thing through. This is a good moment just to remind yourself of the fundamentals that you want to achieve as we have our sing through. So things like checking in with your posture, checking in that your breath is going nice and low, that your soft palate is lifted. And I'll try and give you a few cues as we go along. So we're going to sing the whole song through and see how you go. Here we go. Where is love? Does it fall from skies above? Is it underneath a willow tree that I've been dreaming of? Where is she who I close my eyes to see? Will I ever know the sweet hello that's meant for only me? Who can say where she may hide? Must I travel far and wide till I am beside the someone who I can mean something to? Where is love? Every night I kneel and pray, let tomorrow be the day when I see the face of someone who I can mean something to. Where is love? Did you feel like you nailed all the basics that we talked about when we had our sing-along? If so, congratulations. Keep practicing until these fundamentals are completely ingrained and automatic. And once you achieve that, then you can consider yourself an intermediate singer and no longer a beginner. Very well done. As always, it's about practice, practice, practice. Consistency is key here. So it's really about establishing a routine in your life that works for you. I always say never miss 2 days or more on the trot. So if you can practice a little bit every other day, then that's great. As soon as you miss 2 days consecutively, then you're starting to lose the gains that you've made. In terms of breathing, busy lives, I get it, and we all get into bad habits with our breathing. So I recommend, this might seem a little bit odd, but I do recommend that every time you go to the bathroom, you've got a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes of privacy to yourself. Just carve out a little bit longer and spend maybe 5 minutes in total, and just add an extra couple of minutes while you've got peace and quiet and the kids aren't bothering you or whatever, to just practice your breathing, pelvic floor down, soft palate raised. And if you do that several times a day, that will soon become automatic. Another thing that you can do is watch the amazing singers. You know, a classical style might not be your particular favored genre, and it might not be a genre that you want to spend a vast amount of time singing in, but learning the techniques is really important. So watch some of the really great classical singers, you know, Pavarotti, Callas, Sutherland, the really big names, and see if you can identify the techniques that we've been learning today in this video, and see if you can see them employing the techniques that we've talked about and the effect that employing those techniques has on their sound. And that will help as much as practicing them yourself in many ways. So now you're feeling like a super competent singer. Let me know if you would like a second series for intermediate singers, because I've got a whole heap more tips and exercises and songs up my sleeve to help you on the next stage of your singing journey. So drop me something in the comments, do all the usual liking, subscribing, sharing the videos. It all really helps with the algorithm and gets these videos out there to singers who just really need that extra bit of help with their singing.